Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we are here to celebrate Victory Monday. The Eagles find themselves with the best record in football, 11-1. But them numbers are not just our record, it's our playmakers. 11, A.J. Brown will be the first Eagles wide receiver to get over 1,000 yards since Jeremy Maclin, but he's going to do it in 13 weeks. Smitty not too far behind, though. We'll talk about that. And the number one goes to the QB1 of the Eagles, who just passed Patrick Mahomes for the front runner of the MVP of the NFL.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today, we got a lot to talk about. And yes, we will get to this. ESPN should not be able to lie to people like that. The Cowboys are playing good, but this is fake. We'll get to that later. But before we do it, we got to talk about our birds. Help your boy out. Hit that like button for 11-1. A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Jalen Hurts all going off. Ding the bell. We trying to grow notification gang, and check out the link in the description. It's a free link, free app called the Chalkboard app, and we talk Eagle news behind the YouTube scenes. Let's get into it. Shout out to Mrs. Burgang and Mr. Burgang31 for this image. She tweeted it, and I loved it. I had a quote tweeted with the fire emojis. Look at these three amigos, as she called it. Jalen Hurts. This is the stamp for what already was an MVP season. 29 of 39, 380 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. And the fact of the matter being that he has won games so many different ways, it is incredible. Last week, he ran for 150, threw for 150. Oh, but it's only 150 passing yards. But when you combine it for 300 total yards of offense, 310 for Hurts, then he comes back the next week. They want to stop the run. Cool, I'll throw for almost 400 without one of my best playmakers in Dallas Goedert. Look what he's able to do with these two wide receivers. Devonta Smith, 5 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown. And he is only 289 yards away from 1,000. I think Devonta got 711 yards, and A.J. Brown got 950, which he will get over 1,000 next week against the New York Giants. But 8 catches for A.J. Brown against his former team. 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. You're talking about 220 plus yards, 3 touchdowns from these two wide receivers, and it's Jalen Hurts getting the ball to him. He's about to go from having 0 1K wide receivers last year to 2 1K wide receivers. He has an opportunity if he gets about 212 yards per game and 78 yards rushing. He has the opportunity to be the first 4K passer while running for 1,000 yards. We've had 4K passers. We've had quarterbacks run for 1K, but never together. Jalen Hurts is one of a kind when you combine his athleticism, his decision-making, his legs, and his arm, which, yes, the turnaround is crazy. Look at his completion percentage. Look at his touchdown to interception ratio. It is crazy. Jalen Hurts was 1A, 1B with Pat Mahomes. But after Mahomes lost to Joe Burrow and we destroyed the Titans, with Jalen Hurts leading us, he is now the front runner for the MVP. People like Shannon Sharp, who've been trying to downplay his stuff, they all have to admit it, and I love hearing it. Now, like I said, we're going to talk about this, but we're going to save it for the end. This is, as Stephen A. Smith would say, blasphemy. And this is why I stopped watching ESPN and that stuff. But I want to get to the Eagles' run defense because it was amazing. It was lights out yesterday. King Henry had 11 rushes for only 30 yards. I thought they were the more physical team. I thought they were really coached good. 7-4 coming into this. They wanted to beat AJ as much as AJ wanted to beat them. But guess what? I told you guys about the muscle emojis. Put it right now, too. This ain't the end. Normally, I ask the people who watch the end, but drop a muscle emoji in the chat if you rock with me because we out-physical the Titans. The offensive line was more physical. The defensive line was more physical. How many sacks did we have? Somebody let me know in the chat. I think it was 5 sacks. 11 carries for 30 yards? Ryan Tannehill was their number one rusher with 34. It's because he caught us off guard with a couple scrambles. But the Eagles' ability to stop the run is going to be huge down the stretch because the Niners want to run the ball, the Cowboys want to run the ball, the Giants want to run the ball, and the Vikings have the means to run the ball. It's going to be cold. We got to be able to stop the run, and we just did. The defense is now like the offense. Last week against the Packers, how did we beat the Packers? We dropped 40 on them, but we did it with 360 yards rushing. Now we dropped 35 on the Titans. How do we do it? With 380 yards passing. And now the defense can hold a quarterback to under 200 yards passing or a top flight running back to under 3 yards a carry. The Eagles are setting their defense up to play versatile, both on the offensive side and the defensive side. We knew Slay and Bradbury and the crew been locking it up. Quarterbacks haven't been able to get off on us. But now the run game is being stifled. And I got to give a huge shout out to guys like Josiah Scott stepping up for Avonte Maddox, Reed Blankenship. Somebody in the comment section said Ed Reed Blankenship stepping up for CJ Garner Johnson. But mind you, we're going to get these guys back when the games really matter in late December, early January. The depth is for real. Jordan Davis coming back, Linval Joseph, Ndamukong Suh, Fletch, Hargrave. That rotation is so vicious because how fresh guys are in the third and fourth quarter. The run game is really going to be hard to do when you got an offensive line that's tired, a running back that maybe he's on like his 15th or 16th or 20th carry, and he's going out there against a Fletch, a Davis, a Sue, who's only played half the snaps and are fresh. They've been sitting on them heated seats in December. It's going to be crazy. Another topic I got to bring up is Nakobe Dean. I did say he was going to play, but it was for different reasons. I thought Christian Ellis being brought up was for two things. One is to help the special teams, and shout out to the special teams. It was a lot better, but also to have linebackers in case of an injury. Kaiser White did go down. Nakobe Dean found 15 snaps. Look at this production from Nakobe Dean. 6 tackles on 15 snaps. This is why he should be involved in the rotation. He also had a tackle for loss. The very first play he comes in, he gets held. I dropped the Eagles short. Hopefully, y'all be checking out my shorts. We do them a couple times a day. Things I see that I want to let y'all know that it's too little to make a video about the whole thing, but we'll talk about it in a video. Nakobe Dean held, tackles big Derrick Henry, 250-pound Derrick Henry with one hand. But the production to be a to have a 6 tackle game in only 15 snaps just shows that he's always around the ball. Now listen, TJ Edwards is playing lights out. Kaiser White is playing good. Hopefully the injury is not severe. But I think you got to involve Nakobe Dean. He's just a playmaker as well. And again, he's not playing because he got to wait his turn because we got the 1-year deal guys who are playing good. And Nakobe Dean will be an Eagle for 7+, I believe, because we will invest in him and he will be the lead linebacker at one time. But he showed you in a crunch game where he knew a big running back was going to be coming right at him. He's hitting the A gap like, I'm a linebacker. That's just what I do. That's what I do, he said. Nakobe Dean was tremendous. All the depth pieces on the defense was tremendous. And again, the Eagles are proven that if we got to throw for 350 plus, we can do it. We got to run for 250 plus, we can do it. And on the defensive side, we can stop the pass, we can stop the run. We can tailor our offense and defense to whatever you need. If we're playing the Vikings, we're going to pass all over them. Why would we run? If we're playing the Cowboys, why do we got to pass? We're going to run all over them. If we're playing the Niners, we should pass. If we're playing against the Giants, we should, I don't know. They're not that good. But you understand what I'm saying. We got the offense and the defense to really tailor to what that team does not so good and exploit it or take it away. If they want to run, we stop that. Make them pass. I love it. I love it. Now, I do want to touch on this ugly stat real quick. I can't believe ESPN is allowed to say this. Look, the Dallas Cowboys have been playing good football. That Colts game was close. I went to bed, woke up. Dang, they dropped 33 in the fourth quarter. That's cool. They beat the crap out of the Vikings. They beat the Colts up in the fourth quarter. That is cool. But our win was just as impressive. A better team. We just take our foot off the gas pedal because we're not stat patters. Stat patterns. Yeah, I don't even know if I said it right. The Cowboys play all the way to the clock hit zero. Getting Dak Prescott stats, getting Zeke Elliott stats. We chill. There's no need to embarrass a team. We respect the NFL game, and we know injuries are real. But I will say, I'll be the first one to say the Cowboys are playing good football. But there's no reason why they should be 50% chance to make the Super Bowl and the Eagles 30. If you want to keep us closer, go ahead and do that. But them to be that much more higher when we beat them, we have the better record. We are winning games as good as any other team in the NFL because we're consistently winning. There's no reason for this. We're talking about a Super Bowl. We're talking about a game that the Cowboys haven't been to for 27 plus years, but they got a 50% to get there this year. But the best team in football don't. And a team with the same record as the Cowboys are even 41% different. My thing is this: you either have to have the Eagles in first place or the Cowboys and Eagles close. There's no way it could be this big of a difference unless you're going on TV just saying stuff because they're America's team. You're trying to sell jerseys. You're trying to beef up the ratings. How much did Jerry Jones pay the ESPN crew to put this on the screen? ESPN analytics? There's not a computer in the world that will compute any data to make the Cowboys have a 20% more chance to make the playoffs. To make a Super Bowl than the number one team in the NFL, Eagles. Stop playing with me. They're playing good football, but this is just lies. I can't look at it too much longer. Help your boy out. Hit that like button. It is free. It's easy. It don't cost a thing. And listen, drop the muscle emoji in the chat. We will find a different thing to do. If you made it this far, drop the muscle emoji in the chat. We were the more physical team. They said that Henry and their offensive line was going to be too physical. Muscle emoji. The Eagles were more physical, and then Jalen Hurts was so finesse. 380, and now he's the front runner for the MVP. No ifs, ands, or buts. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I go by Philly Mike. I appreciate all you guys and all the people that dropped the muscle emoji. We out.